And welcome back to Who Would Win. From Sans the Skeleton, we have, or Sans, depending on your pronunciation, we have who wins in a fight, Joker or Jeff the Killer? Now, this is one of those fights that whenever I have a creepypasta character who really isn't Slender Man or Zog or one like the true diabolical heavy hitters of the creepypasta world, it's usually a pretty quick fight. It's usually not even a fight I will put in a actual video. It's usually a speed round. But the Joker falls into a category of character where Jeff actually could stand a chance. Jeff the Killer obviously is the creepypasta character of the fabled stories of Jeff the Killer. He is actually his face is scarred, hence why he looks the way he does. He is completely psychotic. He enjoys tormenting people. He usually has a knife on him, but he can use generally anything. He's best physically fit as a person of his stature, though he is depicted as being a little bit stronger than average. And he has his biggest gain in a fight is that he has a pain insensitivity. He's not immune to pain, but he does have, and if I'm just getting this, I'm going to get Jeff right up here so I know I'm quoting the same one. I'm not getting confused with like Tiki Toby or something like Jeff the Killer. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he does have a pain insensitivity. He was disfigured after being set on fire. Yep. Let's see here. And power and athleticism and human durability, stamina, great stealth. Crap. Am I thinking of Tiki Toby, not Jeff the Killer here? I always do that. Being average, incredibly durable, spread incredible speed, strength, is incredibly durable, being able to overcome his parents and brothers by gutting them. One of the things that makes you stronger, intense hatred and bloodlust is to keep going, as well as great stamina. In recent years, he's picked up being charming individual, manipulating people, only to betray them later. Okay, he's not the one with the pain and sensitivity. That might be Tiki Toby. I apologize for that. In fact, why don't I just look up Tiki Toby right now so I'm not completely out of my ass here. Tiki Toby. Is it Tiki Toby who has the pain and sensitivity? Yes, okay, sorry. He's the one with SEPA. I gotta remember that for the future. He's the one who has the pain and sensitivity. SEPA as is. Congenital insensitivity to pain and anhidrosis? Either way, it's a rare condition that is real. But it's basically you can't feel pain. You don't have a lot of sensory input on your skin. You can still feel things. It's not like you're completely like touch insensitive. You can feel like pressure or something and things along those lines. But in terms of like senses, you can't feel anything. Most people with this condition don't live very long because normal things people would go to get checked out, they can't feel. Like if they suffer a hernia, they're not going to know it. Like so, it's a real condition. It is not fun to have, apparently. Because you also got to like schedule when you go to the bathroom because you can't feel when you need to go to the bathroom. You got to be careful how you eat. I mean, Novocaine, the movie that came out earlier, the main character had SEPA. That's why he was able to do all the shit he could do. And he said he didn't eat solid food because he was worried he'd like bite his tongue off, which is not how that works, by the way. I'm like, let me put it this way. If I bite my tongue, I'm gonna feel that it's uncomfortable. If someone bites their tongue, no, I'm not gonna feel that. But you'd have to. The amount of here's how I get why he did it in the movie. I'm sidetracking real quick, but the amount of force you'd actually have to do to bite, you'd actually have to bite your tongue, it off. It's more than the normal chewing, unless you're trying to crunch ice or something. Even then, you'd really have to try to bite your tongue off. So you're not going to bite your tongue off with just general eating. So while I get why that fear was there, I feel like that one was a little irrational. But beyond that, you should still be able to feel like your tongue moving. Like you can still waggle your tongue so you can still get used to like feel it. For example, you should, despite the fact that your teeth themselves don't have nerves, your teeth still feel pressure when you like put your tongue against them. So in theory, you should be able to navigate your tongue even without it. But again, I say that as someone who has fully functioning nerves that can feel pain. So maybe I'm speaking out my ass. Anyway, so Jeff isn't the one with it. Honestly, Jeff is really just depicted as an insane serial killer. also depicted as being very charming in later stories, but just an insane serial killer. The Joker, we know, is also insane. In fact, he's arguably something beyond that. He's super sane. Like, he is a level of insanity that transcends the norm. He's allegedly been able to break the fourth wall at least a couple times, so that might just be because he's super insane. But he's fully aware of his actions. It's not like it's one of those insanity pleas where, oh, he plead insanity, he can get away with shit. No, he's fully aware of what he's done. He feels no remorse for it. Although there has been one or two occasions where his mind has been like this, his insanity has been actually taken away, like the Martian Manhunter did it at one point. And he felt nothing but regret and depression for it. A sane Joker is that, and we've had it again with like the White Knight story, where a sane Joker is a very good person, actually. So there's clearly, so the insanity plea may actually work in his favor, although his insanity is so powerful that it overrides maybe even the general ruling of insanity. Either way, the Joker is still insanely dangerous individual, a highly intelligent madman, capable of creating all these wacky like joke prop shenanigans, including but not limited to exploding chattering teeth, but most importantly the Joker venom, which gives people the permanent grin and kills them. They laugh until they die, pretty much. Joker's also highly skilled at a pretty solid shot, and also not bad in hand-to-hand combat. Like, Batman is just the better fighter, easily, but there have been depictions of the Joker who can fight Batman with some relative ease. Again, Batman doesn't kill, and Batman usually is taken off guard by how well the Joker can actually fight him. But, he's not better than Batman. He's not even on par with Batman, but he can keep up with Batman if he actually needs to. And hell, if you look at certain iterations of the Joker, like the Batman's Joker, the Rastafarian Joker, an underrated series and an underrated design for the Joker. And I love that voice. My baby, you really know how to shake! Like, I love that voice so much. I can actually do that Joker voice pretty well. There's like I can kind of do the Mark Hamill Joker. I can do Heath's Joker pretty well. Jack's Joker is just doing a Jack Nicholson Joker. Jack Nicholson impression. I can do Jared's all right. But yeah, the Mark Hamill one's probably the one I have the hardest to do. Hardest time doing. And there's also like they're under the red hood. There's a lot of different variations on the Joker. Anyway. So that one could actually go really could go really even with Batman, because he was a different type of Joker. Even Penguin could fight Batman hand to hand to a degree in that series. So who wins in the actual fight? Honestly, I feel like if we were to throw Jeff in the world of Batman, he is likened to more like a Zsasz than anything else. A dangerous individual, well, that's someone the Joker would really have an issue with. Mind you, he's probably more physical than Zsasz, and honestly more physical than even the Joker himself. So he would probably try to get in on the Joker pretty quick. Like, try to jump on him, just cut him up. I think the Joker is dealt with individuals like Jeff more than Jeff has dealt with individuals like the Joker. Because unfortunately, while I initially said this probably wouldn't have gone in the speed round, it kind of should be a speed round. Obviously, we're not going to change things now, but the reason I say that is Joker physically could probably keep up with Jeff. He's also usually armed with a blade, with a gun. Now, Jeff could probably muscle through the pain. Like, he's not pain sensitive, but he could probably take pain, no problem. He's got a lot of durability to him. Endurance. So he could probably take a gunshot to the shoulder, come in, try to cut the Joker up. And the Joker might even be impressed, like, oh, you've certainly got a bit of you can certainly got a bit of durability on you, boy, but let's see if you can take it all. And then starts like trying to unload on Jeff, who ducks when he throws a knife at him. It's like, and he's like, and tries to just strangle him. It's like, hey, are you? That's quite a smile you have, boy. You trying to steal my shtick? And then just, he also has an acid flash, probably burns him again. Not cool, man. It's like, It's like, indeed. How about a peace? How about a truce? Here, sniff my posy. Or just like hold out his hand as the electric shocker. Zzz. The Joker, unfortunately, has a far greater kit than Jeff the Killer does. He's also just frankly more insane than Jeff is. He's dealt with far more crime-fighting individuals, like dangerous individuals who are frankly more dangerous than Jeff on a more regular basis. And he has plenty of ways to put Jeff down, whereas Jeff is just simply human. A psychopath, but a human. So, yeah, it would probably still be the Joker. Are there avenues where Jeff could theoretically, Jeff could overwhelm him? Yeah, if he caught him off guard enough and just kind of like start stabbing him, maybe. But overall, I would say Jeff would probably lose this fight 95% of the time, if maybe not 99% of the time. But still, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.